All this work that we're doing, brothers, for this ministry, eventually is going to pay off. You better believe it, man. It's going to pay off like you'll never believe, okay? And by the way, we're the highest value male on this planet. The men of the Lord, the men of this truth, the hopeful elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the highest value male there is.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, whom rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. All right, and what I want to get into, all right, today, is just, constantly learning balance, and learning our balance, in the truth, okay, learning our balance, within ourselves. It's an ongoing process until the return of Yahweh Shai, okay, but the scriptures, give us the guidance. Okay, as you go into, all right, matter of fact, let's start there, then we come back. It's the book of Psalms, chapter, 119, okay, verses 104 and 105, all right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 104. It says, "Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way." And it's through these precepts that we're learning how to live. We're learning how to be. We're learning what balance is according to the Most High. Okay? And everything. And it says, verse 105, it says, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." Okay? And we always go into these words. Okay? The word path. All right. It says let me see. All right, pet. In the Hebrew is, all right, not the Yab. Okay. And it says a beaten track, okay, and it says a pathway, all right. It says a trodden way, and as we go into the scriptures, we see the way that our forefathers went, and the scriptures speak about seeking the old way, and with these scriptures, it gives us the mentality of an ancient righteous Israelite. That's why these things are recorded. Okay? So through these precepts, we find our path. Everybody according to their spirit within their lots. Okay? But it's all in righteousness, man. So when you go here, like I said, I want to speak on, balance, because we come from a society that pretty much bred us to destroy ourselves based off of lust. Okay, Proverbs 21 and 17, it says, "He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich." Okay, and to love pleasure is to be obsessed with it, because pleasure is not wicked. The scriptures tell you how wine, is good to a man if it's drunken in moderation. Okay, so the pleasure that comes from, wines, as using an example, is not wicked. It's being obsessed with it. Because you go into this word obsess, all right, which this society taught us to be obsessed with wickedness, man, with, obsessed with pleasure, all right, which is to be unbalanced. So when you go into the word obsessed as an adjective, it means tormented, obsessed. It says originally, especially possessed by a devil or fiend. Okay? So when we have a love for pleasure, okay, we're obsessed with pleasure, man, it's really a demon. Okay? That's why you have that word fiend, it's a demon. That's why you have what? Dope fiend, a sex fiend, okay? A money fiend, an attention fiend. Okay, you're obsessed with it, man. It means that you're possessed by a particular demon. And we all had these particular demons that that we, okay, were pretty much being dominated by in the world. We was a fiend to particular things, smoking weed, chasing women, clout, whatever you was into, attention, women chasing, these particular lifestyles and, status, okay, power, we was obsessed, okay, and that love for pleasure was ruining us, man, because you look at all our bad decision making. The reason why we look at our past and we look at our decision making, which it was all needed, for the character, okay, because the Lord, He makes perfection out of imperfection, okay, so it was all needed, okay, but the reason why we look back on our old behavior, with shame, okay, is because we was making decisions and we was possessed, we was obsessed, okay, with particular things that made us make, poor decisions, man. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with enjoying wine, enjoying a woman, enjoying, money. Okay, there's nothing wrong with enjoying those things, but when we're obsessed with them, that's when these things become a problem, because being obsessed with something creates a worship. Okay, so let's read this again. Proverbs 21 and 17 says, he that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich. Yeah, and see, the true wine and oil, okay, because of course, being obsessed, with the lust, okay, it can affect your finances, okay, but in the spirit, being obsessed with lust, or obsessed with sin, okay, obsessed with pleasure, okay, with no temperance, okay, we'll be lacking the wine and oil. As it spoke of, you'll be lacking the wine and oil, which are resources, okay. But when you go here, all right, Isaiah 55:1 says, ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye buy and eat. Okay, yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Okay, so this true oil, this true wine, okay, is this truth, man, is this wisdom. And how do we buy it? With attention, with our time. Okay, but if when you're obsessed with something, okay, when we was obsessed with things, what? Oh, Salakia, that took our time. You're possessed by these demons, and you're pretty much being controlled, and these things take up the majority of our time. Okay, so man, we have to move in temperance so we can be freed up for the increase in the spirit. Okay, let's get Sirach 18:30. It says, don't be controlled by your lust, keep your passions in check. And like I say, we live in a society, okay, that told us to what? Obey our thirst. Just do it. Okay, those are those little slogans, all right, are code words for the beast do as thou wilt. This beast system do as thou wilt. Okay, but the scriptures teach discipline and self-control. Yeah, there's that. Pleasure is to be enjoyed, but in moderation. Okay, this society teaches us to run ourselves raggedy over pleasure, man, whatever it might be. It says, back in Sirach 18:30, it said, don't be controlled by your lust. Keep your passion in check. If you allow yourself to satisfy your every desire, you will be a joke to your enemies, man. So we can't allow, ourselves, okay, we can't allow the flesh to be satisfied every time it wants to be satisfied. Okay, we gotta learn how to rule over this flesh and move in moderation in all things. You see? Or it will make, it'll make you a joke. When you look at Jaheim and, these certain artists that, look terrible, Lil Wayne. Okay, these men that look terrible, and they're a joke now. You see Lil Wayne and how he looks, and it's a joke. Okay, and that's just one example. You see, but being a slave to pleasure, okay, it'll make you a laughing stock. Verse 13 said, don't indulge in luxurious living. All right, the expense of it will ruin you. Okay, and in the kingdom we're going to have, that luxurious living without care. In this society, you always, count pennies, man. Okay. You see, and a lot of our people. Another thing, just talking to Jake, often, kind of listening to Jake talk, because sometimes you do, if you do a ride share, you have Jake, open up to you and talk, and you can listen, and you be like, his decision making has him in a position that he really doesn't have to be in. A lot of our people, they're in positions, okay, that they don't have to be in, but what? They're a slave to pleasure. Okay? Why would a woman need a purse that's $30,000, man? Okay? Why would it be? There's just a vain thing for just the love of pleasure, man. The attention and that clout that come with that, man. Hey, you see? But we're being taught to have self-discipline, man. Okay? When you go here to the book of Colossians, the 3rd chapter, I want to read in the NLT. Okay, this is Colossians 3 and 5. It says, so put to death the sinful, all right, earthly things lurking within you, having nothing to do with sexual immorality, okay, impurity, lust, and evil desires. Don't be greedy, for a greedy person is an idolater, worshiping the things of this world. Okay? You see, one thing about being noble, there's an etiquette. There's a spirit of being reserved, man. Okay? It's not like, all right, the standards of Babylon, man. All right, which are based on what? Your pleasure. Okay? And it says, because of these sins, the anger of the Most High is coming. The Lord hate, that unbalanced. Okay? Can't stop partying, can't stop, chasing your lust like the Lord. He's not dealing with that spirit, man. And we've all been in that spirit, man. Even in the truth, there's certain things that, that we're still growing out of, man. You see? Verse 7 says, you used to do these things when your life was still part of the world, but now is the time to get rid of anger, rage, malicious behavior, slander, okay, and dirty language. Okay? So the Apostle Paul is writing this, all right, to the believers, okay, of the church. You see, and he's giving them, he's writing them a letter, and he's going into temperance. You see, verse 9 said, "Don't lie to each other, for you have stripped off your old sinful nature and all its wicked deeds. Put on your new nature and be renewed as you learn to know your Creator and become like Him." All right, and this is all part of us being conformed to Yahweh. Learning to be conservative, learning, to have patience. Okay? Learning about delayed gratification, man. And not being ruled and dominated by the flesh. Okay? You're going to have, low points, weak moments. Okay? But we don't want to make, that we don't want to make that behavior, a pattern. To where, hey, that's a part of who we are. Nah, man, we, are rehearsing the righteous acts, man, and, temperance, with the self-government, is a major part of it, man. So that's the point, Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters were edified. Till next time I say shalom.